Eventually, when you get enough like liquid generation from your call... Okay. I didn't expect that. I expected better. Hey guys, it's Main here, back again with another video. So let's thank you guys again for watching. Just kind of before we start the video, just some administrative stuff. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know what to comment. You know, how do you guys feel about the... Well, I guess by the time this video goes out, they think the event might be over. How do you guys feel about the event? I think it may or may not be around the time the event kind of wraps up, but you know, just what were your thoughts on it? Especially with the whole controversy thing going on. I don't want to bring that up again, but, you know, let me know how you felt about it. Anyways, let's go jump straight into the review. Today we have Intellectual, in our stream known as Infernal Koala. Wants to be called Intel, so let's go just call him Intel here. So he specifically wants to know how to get more damage for World 6, wants to hit more multi-kill per tier to help push the world. I don't know where he is exactly in World 6. Go take a look. He's at Leak Spirits, so he's at that first lock. Based off that, I know exactly probably what he is lacking in. Let's go jump straight into what I think it is. And boom, it's Boron. So, number one, this isn't maxed out, which tells me you don't have the maximum amount of atom clicks you can do per day. This is going to be your first goal. In the short term, your main goal is going to be skilling efficiency. You want to get more atom generation. So you get more atoms, you spend those points into Boron, and you spend those Boron points into your alchemy to go upgrade more skilling efficiency, and cycles kind of back and forth until you hit level 20 Boron. Once you hit level 20 Boron, then you can start upgrading damage, do some more damage, and start hitting multi-kill in the world. So base damage bubbles are always great to upgrade. I should really recommend you focus on the multiplier bubbles first. Try to get this up to level 450. Getting Warrior's Rule to 450, Archer Bust, and Mage's Best will give you a ton of damage. This will multiply not only the damage bubbles that you see here for the specific class, but also the skilling efficiency, which again cycles back into more atom generation to help you sustain higher cost bubbles. So once this is 450, you should really try to get Hocus Chopus up a little bit, try to get Librarian Tools up. Severe Purple is another good one. This also impacts some of the earlier skilling efficiency bubbles, but it also impacts the Wisdom bubble that you see here. So that'll give you more Wisdom, which again translates to more damage. And unlike Mage's Best, this bubble actually does apply to all classes. This multiplier will affect your Warrior, so you'll get more accuracy, which is not a problem for you. Probably, very unlikely it is, but it does increase the amount of accuracy you get because it impacts the Wisdom bubble here, so you get more Wisdom. Yeah, anyways, once you kind of get there, you get enough atom generation to support sustaining your atom collider. You get your skilling efficiency bubbles high enough to get Boron level 20. You can start siphoning some atoms into things like Power of Try 1, Try 2, and Try 3. These are massive damage increases for you. The 16.4% here is kind of a lie. You want to multiply this by the amount of wisdom that you have. So per 250 wisdom, you're getting the 16.4 bonus here. And do keep in mind, this damage bonus is multiplied by Mage's Best. So this multiplier multiplies the 16.4 you see here. So multiply this by 2.7. That's how much damage you're getting from this bubble. It's cracked. It's insane how much damage this actually gives you. This combined with Crystal Stake and Sailing gives you a ton of damage based off your stats. And this is why stats are so important late game. And let's talk about how you can scale stats. And it's going to be this page right here. So few things I noticed here. You are missing some stamps. One of them is a World 6 stamp for summoning. I suspect you're not locked out of this. I mean, you recently got to Sussy Gene, so you still have the quest line to do. That's fine. You progressed it rather nicely. Just keep in mind, don't lock yourself out of this. Don't finish summoning until you get this stamp, because this total damage is actually pretty decent. I don't know how much it actually gave me. I upgraded it off stream like not too long ago, and I think it gave me some decent amount of damage. May or may not be this one. I don't know. But gives you some good damage. You're also missing Stat Wall Street, which you get from Trash Island in Island Expeditions in World 2. So make sure you get there, collect enough trash, and get this. This is basically a beefier version of Stat Graph Stamp. It looks like you don't have enough money, or do you have enough money? I don't know if you have enough money to upgrade Stat Graph Stamp, but this is base stat. This multiplies by your by any all stat bonuses that you have, so you can upgrade this and get more base stat, which scales again into more damage. You'll get more damage because of Crystal Stake, because of Power of Try 1, Try 2, or Try 3, and you'll just get a ton of damage from this as well. Stats are really everything you need, kind of damage-wise. But don't forget some of the earlier things like base damage, like total damage, that you can get from stamps as well. These give you a ton of bonuses, especially not to mention that the lab has a stamp doubler right here. Non-misc stamps are doubled. So the bonus that you're seeing here actually is more. So you're getting more base stat, you're getting more total damage, you're getting more strength, wisdom, luck, base damage. All this stuff is doubled. You get more skilling efficiency as well, which again cycles back into Atom Collider, so you get more atom generation. Money's what I'm running into with stamps on them, especially multi-tool. Yes. So if you're having money issues, what I recommend, probably, it's going to be a little counterintuitive, probably go farm Gmush, honestly, because the more you can upgrade your stamps, you can get more damage. So, yeah. Also, I didn't really look at this, but equipment might also be a big point for you to try to progress. So, I'd say, yeah, so kind of going into what I said earlier, stats are really important, and one of the best ways to get stats are going to be from Emperor Opals. So the Dimension Emperor Opal obviously gives you a lot more percent stats than this, but you want to get Emperor Opals on the characters that you're pushing with. 6% all stat is incredibly important, especially when I mentioned the earlier bonuses you can get for the damage bonuses from stats. So getting more Emperor Opals on your characters is going to outshine the total damage you see here from Tenacity Rings, for example. These Emperor Opals are going to be best in slot because they give you base stat, first of all, and then they give you a misc bonus of all stat percent. Really, really powerful. Other thing you may want to consider is upgrading the Luciferian Skull into Dreadnought. The Dreadnought Skull will give you total damage. Might be out of your range with 10,000 Null Assaults, but you know, if you can do that, it's going to give you all stat and total damage. I think 10,000 Null Assaults is probably going to be a little bit of a steep hill for you to climb, but you know, just want to give you that. Also, if you're pushing, you have Jawbreaker on, and you have a Midas Mind, so if you're pushing, this is not the best way for you to do so, because you're really kneecapping yourself with the multi-kill per tier, because multi-kill per tier will scale off of the HP of the monster, so the more multipliers to monster HP that you have, the less likely it is you're hitting multi-kill. If you saw earlier in the stream when I swapped over to Gmush with these prayers on, I wasn't even hitting the 52 multi-kill per tier that I normally hit on DK because of these prayers, Midas Mind and Jawbreaker. So if you're pushing, take these off. You really should be concerned about just multi-kill per tier, so Balance of Pain, for example. Yeah, gears overall looking pretty good. Do you really need HP, like, at all? If you're active on DK, for example, you really shouldn't need HP because you should be killing a lot of things and you have a lot of defense on DK. Or you should have a lot of defense on DK. If you're struggling in that department, you got other problems. Bro, this man doesn't even have Anvil completed. Okay, oh, this is a big one right here for you. So, so you have Eldritch Fury Relic, yet you don't have some of the damage books, like, booked out. So you don't have Strength in Numbers booked out, you don't have Stress Tested Garbs booked out, you don't have Carry a Big Stick booked out, you don't have Gilded Sword booked out, you don't have Base Strength, you don't have some of the later ones, you don't have Skilling Strength, you don't have Overblown Testosterone, you don't have Symbols of Beyond. These are huge for damage. So if you're struggling with damage, don't forget your talents. Talents give you a ton of damage. Also, you don't have Frothy Milk at level 100. This gives you increase to boost food effect. So this will increase the effect that your potions give you. It'll increase the effect that your God, what's the like Icing, Iron Bite, that kind of stuff for skilling. This is a really, really good talent and kind of overlooked for damage. It gives you a decent amount of damage bonus. I'd recommend trying to get Frothy Milk up to 100. I think you need to grind World 1 mini bosses, so kill Yaga. I think honestly just killing mini bosses will give you Frothy Milk. So go kill mini bosses, get those books, try to get them up to 100. Post Office is another good one. I think you have these maxed out. I don't know what the max level of Death Storage is. It 400 or 800? I thought it was 800. If it's 800, try to max this out a little bit more. Let's also talk about your other characters, because see, this character is level 511, this character is 392, which is kind of normal. Blood Berserker doesn't have an active talent and a multiplier to EXP, so you're not going to get a lot more levels on this character. But I think you kind of stuck him in lab, if I were to guess. Yeah, or sorry, not lab, cooking. So he's kind of stuck in that grind. But if you were to be pushing on this character, I recommend trying to upgrade his gear a little bit more. Do you have gear in his inventory? Kind of, not really. You have shoes, okay. Do you have magma gear on all your characters? It kind of looks like you do. Kind of. Looks like you're getting there. Close to it. Okay, so you're on the good. You're doing good in that respect. Getting characters, your characters overall well geared is going to help you a lot with pushing, especially since World 6 requires you have all characters kind of push at the same time to unlock the portal requirements. You're doing good in that aspect. The only character you can well and truly neglect in the gear department, kind of, is going to be V-Man. Because he's not necessary for pushing. If you don't know, you can use the V-Man talent. You can use the V-Man talent, the Void Trial rerun, to get his portal up to your highest pusher. So, say for example, you had a Bubo that was at Samurai Guardians, and you use the speedrun. Your highest portal on V-Man will be set to the Samurai Guardians, which for the locks will count as the lock. So, if you're at League Spirits and you finish a lock on a character, you can use the Void Trial rerun to count V-Man as your highest character, which means you don't have to push the lock on V-Man. It'll unlock, and you can progress kind of at the same rate as that character. So, just FYI. What else damage department-wise? So, the HP that you see here is not necessarily the best way to scale your damage either. I would recommend maybe swapping this out with a base damage potion, actually. It'll give you a lot more base damage than the HP actually does. Just kind of play with it, test it out. But with the boost food effect from Onyx statues and, again, Frothy Malk, you should be getting more damage from the base damage that you see on the decent strength potion. I think that's what it's called. Potent strength potion. Gives you a decent amount of damage, so just FYI. But yeah, I mean, honestly, the biggest thing I see here, you scaling your damage, is going to be through talents. 100% all day. So earlier I talked a lot about Crystal Stake, for example, Power Try 1, Try 2, and Try 3. Stress Tested Garbs multiplies the amount of strength that you see from your armor, rather the stat for whatever class you're on. Oh, I got my daily reset. So the agility you see here is going to get multiplied by whatever my version of Stress Test Garbs, the unaging quality, gives you 567% more agility. So if I take this off, I'm going to go from 81,000 agility down to 76,000. That's a 5,000 agility decrease from this armor. So don't sleep on things like Stress Tested Garbs. It gives you a huge multiplier to damage. Also, not to mention that Symbols of Beyond will scale the level of that talent, so you get even more strength by leveling Symbols of Beyond. Symbols of Beyond is by far one of the most strongest talents in the game, because it not only gives you, I mean, facially it seems bad, right? Because it gives you 6, 7 talent levels, but it actually gives you 7 times however many talents you have, because it impacts almost every single talent in the game, and it multiplies your damage, it multiplies your skilling efficiency. It's insanely huge for how little it seems to give you. Okay, and going back to stamps real quick, I think what you should try to hit is going to be around 10,000 stamp level. You're nearing that phase of the grind where 10,000 stamp level is starting to become more feasible for you. As you're in League Spirits, as you progress more in skilling efficiency, as you get more damage, try to consider also upgrading your carrying capacity to be able to fit more items in your inventory, and try to upgrade some of these stamps that you see here. Try not to let your Atom discount hit 90%. I think you can still get decent upgrades by using like a 30% or 20% here to 40% here on some of the other important stats. Multi-tool stamp, getting that up to 180, 190 obviously is going to be important, but if you are trying to focus on more scaling efficiency, if you have the ladle grind to do, ladle stamp is also good. Trying to do more damage through things like Stat Graph stamp, through Steve's Sword, through a Vastiar stamp, any of the base stat efficiency as well. Anything that requires tools, honestly, are really easy to upgrade and get. So if you want more base chopping efficiency, more base mining efficiency, you can craft these, put these into the stamp, and get a ton there as well, which will again cycle back into getting more atom generation, going back to upgrading boron, going back to increasing your alchemy, and trying to progress that as much as you can. Okay, Refinery is looking Okay, I don't see any like red flag issues here. Doing good. DK damage also scales based off your total refinery rank, so upgrading red salts, upgrading green salts is going to be a big thing for you to increase your damage. Saving up for multi-tool, just hit 180. Good. Okay, so yeah, 180 is probably a good stopping point for you now. Eventually, when you get enough like liquid generation from your call... Okay. I didn't expect that. I expected better. Okay. Real quick. Forget everything I said before. Just generally, don't worry about damage. So, you have two things you can do here that'll honestly set your account up for success and give you a ton in terms of progression. So, firstly, your cooking is terrible. It's genuinely bad. You have almost every meal at the exact same level, which tells me you have clearly neglected this, and you need to focus on this, because if I type in total damage here, there are seemingly 5 meals that increase your total damage, one of which you haven't unlocked yet. So, hold on. Okay. So, going to alchemy. First of all, get on the Vial grind. You need to do this. 1, unlock meal cooking speed ones. So, Dreadnought and Fireflies. Those are the 2 most important ones you need to unlock right now. Okay. The reason Dreadnought gives you just base cooking speed, which scales off of things like Diamond Chef, was trying to hit 30 on everything. You can do that right now. You can very easily spend you can click on this meal, cook all, wait 3 seconds, and you can upgrade Fig. Actually, you don't even need to do that. You can just upgrade it right now. You don't need to do anything. You just upgrade it. That's it. There you go. Meals all 30, minus the last 4 because you don't have them yet. And then, hold on. Forget about this. Don't worry about this. Come back to this later. You don't need to do the 100k grind right now. I know it's matching skims plus 10 levels. Please don't worry about this right now. You should really focus on upgrading your meals first, and then worry about the 100k dream later. Because guess what? There's skilling efficiency here. There's more skilling efficiency here. There's, oh, look, another skilling efficiency thing here. So you spend ladles, you upgrade meal cooking speed, get more skill efficiency, and guess what that cycles back into? That's right. It's going to give you more ladle generation. So you'll be able to complete the Equinox stream a lot faster. So what you need to do is, firstly, please get on the Vial grind. Unlock these. Get these at least to level 1. For some of the easier ones, get them to level 4. I know for a fact you have enough dust modes to get to level 13 really, really easily. I know it's gaming XP, but again, or rather, I say 13, maybe like level 11. It's relatively easy. Really, please, for the love of God, do your vials. You're missing out on a ton of bonuses here. Cooking speed primarily is the biggest one. Cooking speed, multiplicative cooking speed, really, really good. If you have 1 God Shard bar, you can maybe unlock this for more skill efficiency. You also are missing out on farm crop evo chance. You're missing out on ninja untying rate if you don't have all your... Do you have all your ninjas? You do. Never mind. Forget about that. That's crazy you unlocked all your ninjas without the untying rate. You have shrine charge speed, really good. Farming speed is insane. Construction build rate, also insane. Sigil charge rate, you'll get there. Equinox bar fill rate, this will help you with Equinox. Please, for the love of God, do all this stuff. Okay, and I was initially going to check sigils. Yeah, what Hour said. That's what I recommend for ladle grind. Cool. I mean, you're progressing sigils where you should. You're doing some of the more important ones. Refinery cycle speed's good. I'd recommend probably getting emoji veggie for the gold food effect. But please, for the love of God, do your vials. You can honestly probably go back and finish some of these at level 13. Tail time will give you weapon power. Krakenade you can kind of do passively with the 3D printer for more weapon power, especially with the Fisheroo bonus. You can get more scaling efficiency and or fishing efficiency and AFK gain. You should be able to get a high enough print to where over the days, weeks, you should get this level 13 relatively easily. For more weapon power here. Goldfish gives you kill per kill, so it'll help you push the portals a lot faster. There's a multi-kill vial, I think, in here somewhere. Base multi-kill, the Frigid Souls, that kind of stuff. Oh my god. Do you not have a skull on this character? Please. My dude. What's going on? Rift, that's a good question. Skill mastery. Decently high. The one thing I want to note, sending some candy, just getting 13 vials is worth it, and keeping 1 hour for Gmush and bars. I think I have a ton of... honestly, you can maybe justify spending a few candies because the vial levels are so low. I wouldn't try to candy the vials up to 13 because I don't know what your scaling efficiency generally looks like. I think it's low, so I don't think you're going to get a lot of benefit from getting these to get a little bit extra bonus. I think you can probably get some of these to 13 over time by activating on your Elemental Sorcerer and getting the mob materials done. But a lot of these are going to come from 3D printing the resources. So Jungle Juice, it requires low efficiency. You can do a 3D print of this and you can get decently high jungle logs to get this to 1100 billion, so you can cap this out at level 13. The toilet logs, gold ore, goldfish for sure. You can active ES or do a V-Man 3D print on tail time for more weapon power. But, you know, you will want to get some of these to level 13 because eventually the goal is going to be dropping these on the statue for skinny 0 cal. You want to get this to 100% so you have 2x deposit statue chance. 600 mil oak logs? Yeah, so you can... So that all that tells me is you can get probably like 10 more vials to level 13 within the matter of days. Like doing a print of oak logs, doing a print of toilet logs, doing a print of gold ore, doing a print of goldfish, doing a print of flies, doing a print of plat ore, doing a print of void ore, doing a print of tundra logs, doing a print of what else is good? Maybe sand sharks you can potentially get. We're starting to head into kind of sketchy territory, honestly, but you can get a decent amount of these vials up to 13, which, don't forget, if you have Vial Mastery, which I do believe you did have unlocked, gives you a multiplicative bonus to the vial that you see here. So you're going to get more kills per portal, you're going to get more weapon power, you're going to get more mining efficiency, chopping efficiency, printing efficiency, more refinery speed, more construction EXP, all this stuff. Yeah, I mean, also, if you... I think I've seen you in the Discord before in the voice chat. Go jump in there. Dennis is always in there, and he gives some pretty good advice. Hour's in there, he gives pretty good advice. Joseph, you know, everyone who pops in the voice chat, they're also really, really helpful, especially since I pop in and kind of whip them in shape sometimes. So, please. Also, if you're on YouTube and you're not part of the Discord, join the Discord. We're very helpful. Okay, you have Choco Chip. Good. Breeding, you're nearing the end. Cool. Get more breeding levels. That's how you increase the amount of pet power that you see, so you don't have to put some of these fighting pets on here. Burger does require Forager in the row above to actually give you the foraging speed. So when you do breeding, I don't want to swap because I'm summer cooler things, but when you have a burger, make sure the territory above has a forager. Otherwise, you're not getting the bonus that burger gives you. So you're missing out on a ton of foraging speed here, I think, because I don't know. I think the snake's a targeter. It's not a forager. So remove one of the G mush here, or sorry, the purple mush. Put a forager in there, and you'll see the foraging speed for this right here multiply by like 3 or 6 or something. It's going to be insane. But yeah, breeding EXP is going to be something that'll help you with your pet power, because I see here it's relatively low. You're at like 10k is the highest or something. But it's going to help you get more pet power, which means you get more foraging power, which means you'll be able to get these spices to unlock some of the meals and level up the kitchens. Oh my god, dude. Okay, you need damage. You said you need damage. Wave 200. For the love of God, complete this. This is a 1.4x total damage. This is the easiest thing you can do right now. Okay, you haven't completed the battles, which is good. If you complete the yellow, you can get the 1.8x damage there. You complete another red, you get 2.4x damage. This is going to be a little bit passive. You may or may not be able to do it, but just keep upgrading damage, keep upgrading HP, and complete those battles specifically so you get more damage bonus. Okay, and then farming. Okay, you are growing all the crops at once. It looks like you're kind of growing nutritious soil a little bit. I'd recommend getting stronger vines to like 100 to 140. Product doubler, get this to 100% or close to 100% as you can. And try to upgrade more beans a little bit, like another few points here so you get more magic beans. When you do the reset, I think it's going to be time for you to try to get 1k crops. So you want to spend more magic beans into speed GMO, try to get this up to 2 to 3%, then cycle more points into evolution GMO, try to get this to 1.2x, and then speed GMO. Overall, your goal is to get this to about 6 to 7%. You have land ranks unlocked, which means you have crop value, so you are able to get these crops a lot easier. Once you do the bean reset, go back, grind out day market, go back, do a bean reset, grind out speed GMO, get a little bit of super GMO. You're going to be nearing the point where 100k crops is actually really viable for you because of the growth speed that you get, because of speed GMO kind of kicking in. You're going to get a ton of crops to flesh out your day market, and it's going to really kind of spiral from there. So consider doing farming a little bit more active. The more time you spend into farming, the more pet rate you're going to get, the more cash, the more meal speed, jade coin, gaming evo, damage. You'll be able to grind out gaming, for example, get a higher nugget, and eventually get to the point where you can do 90q red bits way down the line. But it'll be a lot easier to grind out things like nugget, because I believe you have metal detector unlocked in Equinox. Yeah, you do. So you'll be able to really kind of juice out gaming because of farming, but the most important thing for you is going to be meal speed. Please, for the love of God, again, I cannot iterate enough how much you need to spend time here. You only need like 1 ladle for like upgrades here and there. So you can definitely use like 3 ladles on some of these meals and get things like breeding EXP up, pet fight damage, meal cooking speed, total damage, scaling efficiency. There's a ton of meals here you can upgrade. I, again, want to beat this over the head for the love of God. Okay, yeah. Anyways, thanks for the follow. You have a lot to work on. Primarily vials, for the love of God, and cooking are going to be really, really big for you. So go focus on those. Please remember those exist. For breeding, make sure to put a forager above where you put burger so you get more foraging speed, so you don't have to worry about putting fighting pets in here. Grind out breeding a little bit, get more levels, and for the love of God, complete Pet Arena. Follow the guide sheet and make sure to finish this out. Getting level E25 level 30 meals is crazy. Yes, your meals, you can again put like 3 ladles and get like 5 levels, I think, on some plates, maybe even 10 levels. It's really easy. He has 2 miasma in the same row. Which pets are miasma? Are these guys? I was gonna say, I don't think those are, but that is a good point. Miasma, the way it works, if you have miasma, make sure that they are not of the same type if you have a miasma in there, because you won't get the bonus. Please read how the pets work. That way you're not inefficiently doing breeding. Again, forager above where burger is how you get the multiplier to how forager works. When in combat, when foraging, this pet has 10x more foraging speed if the territory above has at least 1 forager type. So if you have a forager above, you're going to 10x the speed. You're going to get like 1.5 mil foraging speed. You're going to, if you put a burger in here and then a forager up here, a burger up here, forager up here, you're going to like cap out on foraging speed that you need for this territory. So go do that, help out a ton, and you'll be able to get the spices a lot faster to unlock those meals. Okay, cool. Cooking, vials, Pet Arena, for the love of God. Those are the 3 biggest things you can do right now, and that'll give you more than enough damage you need to push Leak Spirits, honestly. Also, Cooking is going to give you a ton of skilling efficiency, which allows you to put more effort into Boron, get even higher prints, and for the love of God, grind out your vials to level 13 if you can on some of the easier ones, because the more vial bonus you have Rift bonus for Vial Mastery unlocked, you're going to get more statue deposit chance, more money, more weapon power, more kills per kill. Just be a lot easier. Okay, that'll be it. Thanks, Intel. Thanks for the account. Great YouTube bait moments. Thanks. Have a great day, everyone on YouTube. Bye.